Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Annisafitri. Introduction and definition of translation. Translation is a mental activity in which a meaning of given linguistic discourse is rendered from one language to another. Kinds of translation. Here are the types of translation outside of grouping that belong to methods. Procedures and technique. 1. The dynamic translation 23 states that dynamic translation is also called natural translation. For example, the author has organized this book since 1995. 2. The pragmatic translation of the Piccimarno 1983 pointed out that the focus of charismatic translation lies in the accuracy of the information presented. For example, Master Kit's shower gel formulated with triclosan, aloe vera extract, dipentanol, and vitamin E to make your skin clean, fresh, soft, and stay healthy. Later onto wet body, rinse well, use under adult supervision, store in a cool and dry place, no direct sunlight. 3. The rendering of the aesthetic poetic Opiate Sumarno 1983 suggests that aesthetic asymmetric translation, for example, di luar salju terus, pagi hampir pagi, tubuhmu terbit dari berahi, angin menembus, hilang lagi, nafasmu membayang dalam dingin mencari. Outside snow falls, almost morning, your body sweats in sensual feeling, the wind perches and is clearing your breath, or a shadow in the cold searching. 4. Nababan 23 provides an example of the differing usage between the American English word yes and yeah. 5. This happens because a sentence, for example, is in the form of a taxa sentence that has the same surface structure but a different deep structure. Translation method. The first 4 methods were more likely to be used to translate the favorite over the source language, that is, word-for-word translation, literal translation, faithful translation, and semantic translation. Whereas the next 4 methods favor the target language, that is, adaptation, free translation, idiomatic translation, and communicative translation. Translation technique. Technique is a way of making or doing anything related to art. Translation techniques are a collection of several ways to translate a sentence or word at a micro level. Direct translation technique. They are used when structural and conceptual elements of the source language can be transported into the target language. 1. Borrowing. 2. Calc. 3. Literal translation. Indirect translation technique. They are used when the structural or conceptual element of the source language cannot be directly translated without altering meaning or upsetting the grammatical and stylistic elements of the target language. 1. Transposition. 2. Modulation. 3. Reformulation or equivalence. 4. Adaptation. 5. Compensation. Procedure of translation. According to KBBI 25, a procedure is an activity state to complete an activity. There are 8 principles that can help new translators know how they can best initiate themselves into the principle and procedure and translation. These translation procedures are a transposition or pergeseran bentuk, modulation or pergeseran makna, naturalization, contextual conditioning, and record solved. The measurement of translation quality. Nababan added that a quality translation requires the fulfillment of 3 criteria, including accuracy, acceptability, and readability. Translation quality assessment is based on theories of language use. Here are a few reasons why quality measurements is crucial in the translation industry. 1. Allow for objective assessment of quality. Accurate quality measurement is essential of localization process. 2. Give you control over the process. Clear metric allow to monitor trend and rates to drops or jump in the process. 3. Facilitates root cause analysis, detailed quality monitoring, facilitates root cause analysis process. 4. Outlines triggers for improvements, measure and metric can overview and your LCP. Crucial input on improvement action. The problematic of transmutation. Translators usually have to deal with 6 different problematic areas in their work, whether they are translating technical documents or a sworn statement. These include lexical semantic problems, grammar, syntax, rhetoric, and pragmatic and cultural problems. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.